There's an assumption that a lot of us have as faculty that our students are someplace outside of our classroom, thinking about how what they're learning with us leads to a job, right? And we need to erase that because in many cases, especially for first-gen students, they're not doing that, actually. And if we're not indicating they should do that, we're missing an important part in the process. 49% of our students are not employed when they graduate. They do not have a job. They wander off our campus and into the unknown. And that percentage gets higher when we look at low-income, underrepresented first-generation students.
We have a significant number of our students that are food and/or housing insecure. A significant number of our students that are probably a little underprepared for the academics here at UC Davis. Those are not the students that are going to be able to do that non-paid internship at the governor's office that's going to launch their career. At its core, I see this as a social justice issue. Unless and until career and professional development is a part of every student's experience, those that need it the most are the least likely to access it.
I see with our majors, many of them have been successful in the major, wrote a great honors thesis, and then I'll see them after they've graduated, or they'll contact me, and it's like, oh, they're working at an Amazon warehouse, which there's nothing, wrong with that, except it's like I know they're capable of so much more, and I think they weren't aware of what they could do with a history major. I also feel like I'm not really equipped to advise them about career paths and what's out there. I just know that they can do better.
A lot of our students come here and it's a campus of first for them, but they know one thing. They have one thing probably at the top of their mind. It's that they want to get a job when they leave. So how can we translate what we're trying to convey to them with the concepts, theories, practices, and our disciplines to what employers actually want?
These are the 8 core skills that we know today's employers are looking for: critical thinking and problem solving, oral and written communication, leadership, digital technology, teamwork and collaboration, professionalism and work ethic, career management or professional self-awareness, and global and intercultural fluency.
How often are you presenting students an opportunity to practice building these skills in your classes? How often are you telling students this is what they're doing in class? It might seem obvious to you that when they're working on problem sets with somebody else, that's collaborating and problem solving, but calling those things out specifically, especially to those of us who have not previously been in an institution like this and gone through this curriculum, could be something that they think about.
In my upper division classes, I have students do a group project that's a term-long research project. Their goal is to identify a gap in the literature, design some sort of study that might help them test that gap, build some tools that let them accomplish that goal, analyze the data, and then we finish the term with a research poster presentation session. And they get a lot of things from that project, everything from teamwork to use with technology, thinking problem solving skills, oral written communication, but a couple of things that I haven't even thought to figure out how to design into that project would be issues around developing for leadership, global and intercultural fluency, and these sort of things.
I think one of the things we need to do in these literacies is say, look at the world around you, because this is what you need. If we lost all communications, and I'm a physicist, so I give them a real life example. Suppose there's a nuclear war. Everything's burned out. You don't have it anymore. How do you survive? What do you do? In fact, we do a problem like that.
The first generation faculty community is like the launching spot for this, because all of you have that special background of having to explain at some point, right, to your family, what were you doing in college? How was it going to lead to a degree? Many of you worked while you were in college, before you were in college. You've given a lot of thought to careers. You've seen your own family members think about how to negotiate employment. It's our job to think about how what they learn connects to real things that even if they don't go to grad school, they can use. And it doesn't matter what major. that is, right? Because we know from the research that major mostly doesn't matter to a student's career prospects. What matters is connections, their ability to articulate their skills, their connection to us.
There's something for faculty in thinking about how they want to relate to their students, the kinds of relationships that we can have with our students in classes that feature some of the skills development exercises are really different kinds of relationships than we would ordinarily get to have.
I think we're at the beginning of something that can seem extraordinarily complicated. It would be easy to say something dramatic like we have to change the way our degrees work, or we have to totally rethink majors. And I just want to kind of note that the work that we're already doing in our classes is showing students how to develop these skills, and that probably if we put attention in the small spaces, in helping them know what they just learned how to do, and saying we're going to look around at the world outside because it won't look like that in the future. And this is a part of creative modeling of what comes next. And that's incredibly important in the job search. I think just keeping our students company, just letting them know that we're giving them skills we have spent time thinking are valuable, even while we're academics. So this is our job. We actually don't know that much about that job, many of us. But showing them that we're thinking about it and that they should be thinking about it, and demystifying there's not some magic thing that they have to do that will get them a job, but rather we're all in it. We're just a piece of it. Here are 3 simple things you can do now to help your students be better prepared for professional life after graduation. Familiarize yourself with the career skills that employers are looking for. Think about ways that you're already teaching these skills and call that out to students as you're doing it. Incorporate information about campus career fairs and services into your syllabus. Let students know about them as part of your classes. Encourage students to do internships and take advantage of networking opportunities.